Well, I'm helping some guys out here. Got my old generator running. It's barely even running fast at all. Really testing my machine out right now really hard, and it's doing it. The generator I restored, so that's getting a serious workout right now. Poor old thing vibrates bad. It's had a hard life. But it's running. Just figured I'd show you. I've been working for 2 hours trying to catch up on my messages. While the guys are running the jackhammer using my generator in my truck, I decided to not get dirty today. Not that I don't want to work, but I'm trying to catch up on all the comments on my YouTube videos. Having worked yesterday helping the guy, or having worked last week helping the guys out here, I started out with like 700 comments this morning, and I've been trying to knock out 200 a day, but I fell behind because I helped the guys. So that's just to show you. I'm sitting here in my truck with my laptop on my lap. Well, they're working on the sledgehammer, or jackhammer, and sledgehammer actually, and I'm trying to catch up. It's a lot of work, but this is my job. Anyway, that hopefully will explain to you guys a little bit, you know, the delay in getting some of the videos up, the delay in answering a lot of messages. Please have patience. I answer every message, every comment, but I've got a backlog and I'm working through them today. Well, we're putting my old truck to work too. All this concrete's got to go to the dump. This is heavy. Comes out to about, when it's full, it's going to be about 2,000 pounds. About a ton. We just loaded up the equipment and we're moving on to another spot. They have to break up another pad. So this will be filled up with concrete up to about here by the time we're done and heading to the dump. Tires are starting to squish down a bit, but it's a 3/4 ton. Hopefully it'll handle it alright. Did the last load pretty well. That's what I did last week, and that's why I didn't get very much video done last week, and why I'm so behind on emails and helping the guys out. Well, it's raining, but out here the work has to go on. Right now I'm using my generator again. Drilling holes in the curb to put rebar in. So my old generator is definitely getting the workout today. That's good. Poor old thing works. Still works well. It's rough, but it works. Doing the job. Well, it's raining. This is right off my porch. It's pretty. Not going to be a lot of video today because I don't want to ruin my camera. I'm trying to protect it as much as I can right now. Just want to show you the muck out here. And I haven't even been in the RV, and I won't be today. The growing pile of garbage is getting ever larger, and my camera's getting wet. Trying my hardest, but it's just raining hard. It is raining full blast. But Yeah, it's quite a lake out here. I sadly did not get that TV console in as I had wanted to. I wanted to get that in so it wouldn't be water damaged, so I can use it as a test painting surface. My sofa is being washed by nature. I guess that's okay as long as I don't leave it out to rot. The plants are certainly liking it. It's looking like a jungle out here. Actually, well, haven't had that happen before. There's a lake in my garden. Good thing, I guess raised beds do have other advantages. Look, there's a lake everywhere. This whole area is flooded. It is really coming down right now. I was interrupted a minute ago by the phone. Typical, every time I pull out my camera, the phone rings. It's funny. But I was about to show you this lake. There's a lake in my property here. Well, not my property, but in where I'm living. And goes right into the middle of my garden. And you can't really see on the camera, but it extends all the way out to the end of the raised beds. So what I was just saying is the raised bed garden is definitely an advantage. If this wasn't raised up, this is really, they were saying we're having flash flood warnings today, and the ground is just completely flooded. And it's rained like this intensely all day, non-stop. Now my storage tanks are my 50-gallon tank is overfilled. The 30-gallon tank is overfilled. I just now put a bucket out here when I started recording this video, and there's already a gallon of water in it. This is just amazing. So I need to, right now, rain or not, I'm going to try to get this tank prepared right now and use a 5-gallon drum and scoop some water into there so I can collect even more and take advantage of this free water. Just look at it pouring out of there. I don't know if you can see that. That's the overflow. That's the overflow from the water's coming through the gutter into the big tank, overflowing down the pipe into the little tank, and that's pure clean water coming out of there. It's nice. My chickens, they seem to be alright. Most of them are, well, one's a little bit scruffy looking. Most of them are pretty dry. The silky's sort of pitiful and sort of funny looking. That's the black one that looks really soaked. The black rooster is just not pretty right now. But they have plenty of space to get in and out of the weather if they want. He's always outdoors. He's an outdoor guy. It's actually raining harder, and my 5-gallon bucket is half full just 10 minutes after I talk to you. I'm putting the camera inside so I don't ruin it, but I'm going to continue to work. I don't think there's going to be a lot of video today because I would ruin the camera, but to give you an idea, I'm going to try to get this tank cleaned out and get some water transferred into it. So I'll see you tonight on the show. Well, it's still raining pretty relentlessly. I pulled out a bunch of garbage from that tank with a stick. I wrapped a piece of wire around a stick, and I took a rag. This was awkward to clean, and because also it's dented in right here, which made it a problem. Hopefully when it fills up it'll punch back in place. But I put a rag in there at the end of a stick and sloshed it around with some soapy water, and I had used I used a lot of water. While it was raining hard, I had over here my overfill tank filling. I used 2.5 5-gallon buckets just from overfill to clean my big tank here with soapy water, and then to rinse it. And then I put another about 25 gallons in there by hand scooping out of my big barrel, which is filling back up again already. So this has been a lot of rain, and I don't have my third panel, collector panel up yet. I will. Once I get this tank prepared, I'll be using that third collector. Actually, this tank is prepared. It's ready to go, and I can use it now. So as this big barrel fills up, whatever I don't use, I'll just scoop off and pour into there for now by hand. Well, the rain just started coming down even harder. I am sure happy I came in when I did. Although I'm absolutely soaked from head to toe. My so-called rain gear is more like bathing gear. My old rain jacket leaked thoroughly, and I had to take off every piece of clothing that was on me and put it up to dry. Fortunately, it's 60 degrees, so it wasn't too bad. I feel alright, just wet. But wow, it's coming down. I know I'm going to fill that 25 gallons within an hour or two that I used up today. Listen to that rain coming down. Look at the humidity on my mirror. How's that for humid? It is bad. Now, a lot of you people wonder why I want to get rid of this camper. And the truth is, this whole wall, I don't know if you can see it, that's rotted. It's actually taped together. Let me get my flashlight. Now this wall above the living room door is rotted out. All the way across is rotted out. The framing is gone. I don't know if you can see that. There's no frame there at all. That's bare metal, that gray looking spot. All this wood is rotted. Now what I did is I took out the bad stuff and the decayed and the moldy stuff and left only wet stained wood, water stained wood. But all this wall is ruined all the way to the floor. You can see it's held together with some tape down there, and somebody had put a piece of plywood down. The door doesn't work. The living room door never really did work, so I always had it closed. Now from the right above the dining room area all the way across, about 8 foot across, is all missing the ceiling. This is where I put up some junk fiberglass insulation, foam insulation, plastic, foil. So there's some plywood they had put up. The plywood, there's some more tape holding stuff together. Goes down. I sort of put a painting up to cover it. That's why you guys don't see. I covered up the rot. So that's why you guys don't see all the rot on my videos. I really was embarrassed and covered it up. But now I'm showing you the truth. Why I want to move out of this into the motorhome. That's plywood. Now there's nothing behind here. The insulation's gone. Missing. And there's no framing behind this anymore. It's all rotted out. The window, I have used spray foam insulation. As you can see, it's not even an even flat. It gets wider and wider and wider as it goes. Why that is this pulled apart during the last trip here. This separated. And look, there's nothing here. It's rot. It's all rot. And most embarrassing of all, and that's why I sort of try to cover it with some lamps. I've got some lamps and decorating things here, but look, there's a power plug. There's bare fiberglass insulation and rotted wall. There's more rot. This whole thing, all the way across the sofa, here's rot. I think you can see that. Yeah, that's rot. This whole thing is rotted all the way across. And I never got around to finishing this whole ceiling because the problem is I ended up living in here. This was going to be a summer project this year to finish this camper, but, well, I wasn't ever going to make it livable. It was just going to be for experiments and storage and stuff because it's just rotted. Inside that cabinet, there's nothing. Nothing but metal, bare metal. Over here, inside that cabinet, bare metal. It's all gone. Now, I did put this new carpet down, but you can hear me. Hear the squeaking? That's what you get walking in this camper. The floors are rotted. You can see right here, well, you won't see it because I've tried to hide it very well, but the floors are rotted. Here, the previous owners had put some plywood down. It's a bit of a mess. I had to pull everything in out of the rain today. Here, the bathroom, bare metal. All the right there has always been bare metal since I ripped it out. It was all rot. A lot of the framing had water damage. That was all bare metal up in there. I had started putting foam insulation up, but ran out of money, and then never finished. That board I had found out in the forest. There was no frame here above this door. This is the bathroom door. This is the one I use every day because the other one doesn't work. I had put in some new framing up here. That's all new wood I put up. New framing here, and just using pieces I had salvaged. That was dirty but savable. And in the closet here was all pure rot from floor to ceiling. There was no frame or nothing at all in here. Now what's sad is all the way back and across through this whole camper behind this wall and this back wall, there's no frame left. Nothing. The only thing holding this camper together is the interior walls and cabinets. That's all that's holding this camper together. There's no frame inside these walls. It's all gone. So that motorhome, at least it's solid. And another day when it's not raining so bad, I'll show you the outside structure and how bad it's sagging. But also, now here's the bedroom area. These shelves here, up above the one bed, also behind these was pure rot. And I took out all the walls, and I actually finished these off inside though. I put styrofoam up and some, what did I put in? Some construction board up in here. And I finished these at least. But the rot had extended all the way through from the back of the camper, all the way through to the bedroom area. And that's pretty bad.